Hey kids, in this video we will learn alphabets today. First letter is A and A is for apple. Next letter is B and B is for ballon. Next will be C and C is for cat. Next will be D and D is for dog. Next will be E and E is for elephant. Now let's move on to the letter F and F is for fish. Now let's move on to the letter G and G is for giraffe. Next, move on to the letter H and H is for horse. Next, we move on to the letter I and I is for ice cream. Next, we move on to the letter J and J is for jellyfish. Now we move on to the letter K and K is for kite. Now we move on to the letter L and L is for lion. Next, we move on to the letter M and M is for monkey. Next, we move on to the letter N, and N is for nest. Here the next letter O and O is for octopus. Here the next letter P and P is for penguin. Now we move on to next letter Q and Q is for queen. Now we move on to next letter R and R is for rabbit. Now we move on to next letter S and S is for sun. Here we move on to next letter T and T is for tortoise. Here we move on to next letter U and U is for umbrella. Here we move on to next letter V and V is for violin. Here we move on to next letter W and W is for whale. Here we move on to next letter X and X is for xylophone. Here we move on to next letter Y and Y is for yo-yo. Here we move on to next and final letter Z and Z is for zebra. Hey kid, you have learnt all the alphabets. Here we end today. Thanks for watching.